What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and thank you for tuning in to today's video. Before we get started, let me know down below, is the quality on the videos any better in the last three here? So the swivel, the helmet setup, and now the DPC video that we're going to be talking about today. Got a new Sony a7R III. I know the camera itself is not very new, it's actually quite old, but hopefully the quality is on kind of the next level here because I was filming on an iPhone before. So let me know audio, video, how everything looks. Let me know down below. But all that being said, guys, let's get into the long-awaited Dynamic Principles DPC plate carrier video. All right, so I've had a lot of time on this carrier now. I didn't want to get into it too early on because I wasn't really using it. I hadn't fully converted from the FCPC. I was still kind of dipping my toes into the DPC world, but now for the last 4 or 5 months, I've been strictly on the DPC only. Partly because I was waiting for a new plate bag in the rear because my plates, these are more custom fit to the plate versus like something like an FCPC where it's shaped like a pizza box and it'll fit pretty much anything. So these, be aware, you do need to do a little bit of math and a little bit of reading. So hopefully you guys can read more than I can. When you order these, you order it specific to the type of plate you have, and you order it in pieces, which is nice, so you can really customize how the plate carrier is going to come to you. You're not stuck with getting 2 plate bags, and it is what it is. You buy each plate bag individually, what shoulder coverings you want, cummerbund, front pocket, or front flap, excuse me. So it's very much fine-tuned. Now some people might hate that and I just want to buy it all in one go. I get it. If that's you, go buy JPC. But big dogs are talking about the DPC. So up front here, I have his micro placard. This placard is very impressive. The retention on it is similar to Kydex, like S-Tac Kiwis, but there's no Kydex in it. It's all nylon and elastic. So the insert that's in here is the 55556, and it fits mags incredibly well. Like I said, it feels like Kydex just without the plastic on plastic when you insert a P-mag kind of feel that you get with the Kiwis. I will say on the Gen 3s when it was brand new, the anti or over insertion tab here on the back would get hung up a little bit, but it's since broken in and now the retention is absolutely perfect. Like the front placard here alone is something that I would be willing to kind of try on any other plate carrier with the inserts just because of how good it is. Now, there is a caveat to that. The buckles up top here, I'm not a huge fan of simply because I don't like how large they are. I much prefer something like a G-hook. There's probably a reason he did it this way, but the G-hooks are so low in profile, like on the FCPC, they're kind of hard to beat. I have noticed that sometimes hitting mags off these or trying to rip a mag out really quick, they'll hit the buckle and kind of get hung up. It's not the end of the world, but it is just kind of a minor inconvenience. Moving up from there, these aren't Dynamic Principles products, but I have a Microbat Systems candy pouch as kind of my admin pouch, as well as the AXL comm sled here with my PTT. Now, this plate carrier doesn't have a built-in admin pocket, hence why I'm running the candy pouch. So if I don't need it, I can just take it off and have the front completely shaved down minus the PTT here. The AXL comm sled is, I think it's a very good product, and the few people that have reached out to talk to me about this kind of know that it's just too expensive. It's a really good product. It's well thought out. The execution is fairly good. I think the U94 PTT on it is kind of, setting the PTT up is kind of weird, but once it's on there, I mean, it's on there. I just think for a piece of Tegris with some rivets and some bungees, there's no reason it should cost as much as it does, but hey, that's just me. So getting back to the DPC, we'll move down here to the cummerbund attachment. So his plate carriers don't use your traditional like Velcro, they use these Duraflex clips. So if you're buying a complete DPC, this is gonna be your enclosure on how you get in and out of the carrier. So as you can see, they're not quite like First Spear tubes. They don't slide up and down. They clip in from the front. They're kind of like locked in something like this. And you just take the pull tab and pull it straight out and it will release the Duraflex buckle here. I hate these little plastic tabs because when They smack off of the clip. It makes a really loud and annoying sound. Now you can take the balls or these little pull tabs off, but then it becomes extremely hard to kind of grab this cord and get the clip to release if it's under any sort of tension. I tried just taking it off and dealing with it, but it was honestly worse. So I'm kind of just living with the plastic on plastic clacking sound until I figure out a way to kind of make that go away. But the actual ball that Duraflex includes on them, I think is so dumb and they should rethink it. Moving on to the side here, I have the Dynamic Principles Sock P dagger holder for the Sock P dagger. I don't know why I bought it. It's kind of just one of those things that it's cool, but I don't think most of us have a need for it. But having a fixed blade on your kit isn't necessarily a bad idea. Faro Concepts gloves on an arc band, it's not really important. Structural cummerbund from him, so this is his kind of take on your Tegris, internal Tegris structural C-bun. It is directional, I did not realize that, so if you go and look at any of his pictures, you can kind of see that it is offset. So the offset is to allow the cummerbund to sit a little bit lower, hence pushing your rear plate bag up a little bit higher. So I actually had these upside down in a lot of the pictures on my Instagram, so if you saw any of those stories, just know that the cummerbund was mounted completely upside down and I had no idea. So be aware of that if you do buy this cummerbund. I think it is a very nice cummerbund. I thought that it being much taller than the 3AC, it's almost like 1 1/4 heights of a 3AC from Faro was going to bother me, but I really don't notice it much because of how thin it is. Compared to the Faro, it is, I want to say, like 5% thinner, and it is obviously all laser cut. There's no exposed moly except for the front laminate here being how you weave your pouches on. Moving to the back here, we have a Hadley Fabrications large back panel GP. Houses all the extra medical equipment that I carry because everyone wants to look cool, but no one wants to fix the boo-boos when they come. So I'm just that guy that always has much more medical on him than most everyone else at the range. But hey, I'd rather be that guy and help fix someone's day rather than make it get worse. Down below, I have a Hadley's Faux Roll 1 med sleeve that she offers with my personal IFAK in it. So that is all for me. This can be for me, but more so for someone else. Up top here, I have Dynamic Principles Mark III PIMS pouches. 2 of these are actually the old gen that I think he doesn't make anymore because at the time I got these, I had the tag-ins, which you see here. They didn't really fit right. Some of them have the shorter flaps, like I think this one on the end here. Yeah, this one's an older one where the flap barely catches the Velcro versus this one. This is the redesign, so you have a lot more flap to get on the Velcro and the elastic's a little bit different. All that good stuff, but 4 tag-in, 3.5 second delay pyro grenades up here because it looks cool and everybody's always asking what they are, so that's what they are. Antenna relocated back here. I know this antenna is not the best, but I'm not a huge comms guy. I kind of just have it to have it. Cry 6x6 GP with a balaclava, some extra batteries, nitrile gloves, zip ties and bungees in here, just kind of odds and ends that I might need on a range. Go in this guy, or I can clear it out and put important stuff in there if I'm given important stuff, but I'm not an important guy, so this pretty much stays with useless garbage and snacks. Moving to the front here, I have a Dynamic Principles 152, or Dynamic Principles radio wing, excuse me. It will fit a 152. I think he's redesigning this if I'm not mistaken. This pouch is completely maxed out with a 152 size radio. It can do it, it's just that is the biggest radio you're gonna get in this pouch at the end of the day. So if you have something bigger, don't even try it, but 152 and below will fit in this thing. It's a very simple Velcro kind of tab over the top. All the wires and everything are routed every which way, so I'm not gonna undo it, but just know it works. I will be moving this to a different spot here in the near future just because I wanna clear up my shoulder pocket from these wires. The relocation cable, the PTT, all that fun stuff. I want to kind of get away from having it up front here. I know you can come for me in the comments, oh, your radio should be in the spot. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to put it where I want. I'm going to hang it upside down on my back panel for all I care. But all jokes aside, guys, that is the Dynamic Principles DPC. So a few takeaways. Buckles up front here, they work. I'm not a fan of the pull tab. Buckles up here behind the, or for the placard mounting, excuse me. They work again, but I prefer something a little bit more low profile. On the inside too, it is worth noting, it does have really nice padding. So that is a big plus to this plate carrier. It is very comfortable and the wearability aspect of it is insane. One thing I wish that he would finish doing, I know it's not really on the top of his priority, is back panels, because these do have zippers on the back to attach, I believe, Cry footprint back panels and Whiskey Tango back panels. So I wish he would just come out with his own. I know he teased them on his Instagram the other day, but beggars can't be choosers. So I think the plate carrier is well worth the money. I think it's very affordable, and I think it is a very intuitive and well thought out plate carrier. It's just the buckles, these buckles really just get to me sometimes, but I deal with it. And like I said, this is one of the most comfortable plate carriers I've ever owned in my entire life, and that's saying a lot considering the AVS is still kind of the king. I know Shaw Concepts makes a very comfortable, comparable plate carrier that they're doing stuff with, but I don't know. Schizo rant over, guys. I don't want to make this video too long. Just know that I really do like this plate carrier, and this is going to be my main kind of go-to here for a good long while. As he continues to release things for it and update things, I will let you know, and I will try them out myself. But if you have any questions or comments on the plate carrier, guys, feel free to leave them down below. I'd be happy to answer them. And with all that being said, guys, I will catch you in the next one.